All right. Good afternoon, everyone. The topic that we are going to discuss today is from chapter number 7, and it's oxidation number or oxidation state. So before we start this thing, we have to understand what is the meaning of that term. Now, oxidation number or oxidation state is a formal charge on an atom in a molecule और आयन। अब ये फॉर्मल चार्ज जो है इधर पॉजिटिव भी हो सकता है और ये नेगेटिव भी हो सकता है। सो फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल फॉर्मल चार्ज जो है ये बहुत ज़्यादा एसोसिएटेड है एक टर्म के साथ। बिफोर यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट यू मस्ट हैव टू नो व्हाट इज़ द टर्म वैलेंसी मीन। ठीक है, इसको समझने के लिए हम वैलेंसी को सेपरेटली समझेंगे। नाउ दिस टर्म वैलेंसी is not a new for all of you. The term valency might you people have learned somewhere in your 9th class. The term valency basically indicates the number of unpaired electrons present in the last shell of an atom. Now what do we mean unpaired electrons, right? So for example we have series of atoms from second period of the periodic table, and when I say second period I mean all the elements which are there in the second period of the periodic table. This is a second period of the periodic table, and now we are going to discuss all the elements which are there in the second period. So at the first we have lithium, then beryllium, then boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and then neon, right? Lithium has 3 electrons, beryllium has 4 electrons, boron has 5, carbon has 6, nitrogen 7, oxygen 8, fluorine 9, and neon has 10 electrons. So if we write down their electronic configuration according to a formula called 2n square, in its K shell there must be 2 electrons, and in L shell there must be 1 electron according to a formula called 2n square. So in a similar way बोरॉन के फर्स्ट ऑर्बिट में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन, सेकेंड ऑर्बिट में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन, बोरॉन के फर्स्ट ऑर्बिट में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन और second orbit में 3 electron. In a similar way, carbon also have 2 electron in its first orbit and 4 electron in its second orbit. Nitrogen 2 and 5, 2 and 6, 2 and 7, 2 and 8. By doing that exercise हमें एक चीज़ क्लियर हो रही है कि इनके लास्ट ऑर्बिट में नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कितने हैं। ठीक है, so now looking at the lithium has 1 electron, beryllium having 2 electron in its last orbit, boron having 3 electrons, carbon having 4 electrons, nitrogen having 5 इलेक्ट्रॉन. सो 5 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कैसे होगा? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डिस्ट्रीब्यूट ऑल इलेक्ट्रॉन सिंगली. अब जो 5th इलेक्ट्रॉन बचा है आप किसी के साथ भी पेयर अप कर दें. So in this way we have 3 unpaired electrons and 1 pair electron. Similarly in oxygen we have 2 paired electron and 2 unpaired electrons. In nitrogen, fluorine sorry, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. We have only 1 unpaired electron. And in neon we won't have any unpaired electron because all the 8 electrons are paired. Now looking at the concept of valency once again, basically valency indicates the number of unpaired electron present in the last shell of an atom. Now let's count how many unpaired electrons are there in the lithium. So lithium has how many electrons? 1, beryllium 2, boron 3, carbon 4, nitrogen 3, once again not 5 electrons. There are 3 unpaired electrons. This is a paired electron. We never count paired electron, we normally count unpaired electrons. In oxygen we have 2 unpaired electrons, as you can see. In fluorine we have 1 electron which is unpaired, while in neon we don't have a single electron which is unpaired. That's why the valency of neon will be 0. So this is basically valency of each atom, as you can see. So how we can determine the valency of each atom is quite logical and quite easy. Now for example, if I ask you one question like tell me the name of an atom whose valency is 1, you're probably thinking about lithium, but it might be possible that I'm talking about fluorine. Now once again the confusion is there. So 2 atoms having the same valency. So in order to distinguish between both of them, I write plus sign with few elements and minus sign with few elements. I'll tell you later on what is the meaning of plus and minus sign over here. Now I talk about an element having a valency of plus 2. It's mean I'm clearly talking about beryllium. Or let's say if I talk about any element having a valency of minus 3, it's mean I'm talking about nitrogen. So this clearly indicate, now the concept is a bit clear. The elements having a positive valency mean having a plus charge along with their valency. It's mean that they all are metals. They have capability to lose electrons. And those having a minus valency, they are basically non-metals, right? ठीक है.